Welcome back everyone to the channel. Some of you have been asking for me to make my famous chicken cacciatore, and so you asked and you shall receive. So I've been making this recipe for about past 11-12 years, and this is my wife's favorite recipe, so sometimes I'll make this for her and she loves this. So today's going to be slightly kid-friendly version because it requires red pepper flakes, so I'm going to omit those. But if you want to make this spicy, just add the red chili flakes to the dish while you're cooking this. So I already chopped everything up just for the sake of time, so just follow along and I'll run you through, and I'll also add all this to the description on the bottom of the page. So I hope you all have been enjoying the content. I mean, it's been a lot of work. My last one, the soup, took me forever to edit that one out, and seems like not too many people have been watching it, but I understand. Not everybody likes Russian food, but some of you might find some benefit out of it, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you try it out because it turned out delicious. Just follow along and I'll show you the steps of how to prepare this dish. Since I already cut this all up, it's going to be a lot faster video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give us a thumbs up. We're still trying to beat out the algorithms on YouTube, and it's been pretty rough. And subscribe, share it with your friends, and see who else would benefit from this healthy recipe. Alright, so here I got 4 pounds of chicken thighs, bone and skin on. And then you got a can of chicken stock. Got a half a cup of red wine, and got some black olives. Then I have about a pound of chopped up Roma tomatoes. Here I got 1 onion, handful of garlic, and 1 red bell pepper. The recipe calls for about 4 cloves of garlic, but if you're like me, you'd use as much as possible, so I just did a handful. And we got some parsley. So this is all you're gonna need for this simple, delicious recipe. All right, so the first step is gonna be, you're gonna take a large frying pan and you're gonna heat it up. You're not gonna need any oil for this because the chicken thighs, they have the skin on them. You see right here. And you'll take your chicken thighs and you're gonna put them skin side down. So these chicken thighs, we got 8 pieces total, and it should fit perfectly onto this pan. So just make sure you arrange them so where it's not too crowded in the pan. So this one fits 8 pieces perfectly. So the next step, you're gonna season your chicken thighs. I use usually I use sea salt, and just eyeball it. Make sure you're just evenly coated. And then you're gonna add your freshly ground black pepper. The amount of salt and pepper that you would add is honestly, it's personal preference, because my wife and I don't like stuff that's super salty, because a lot of foods are usually over salted. So I just evenly coat the chicken with the salt and pepper, so it turns out perfectly. As you can see, the chicken turned all nice and brown colored on the skin side, and that's when you flip it over and just let it cook for approximately 8 minutes, because that's how long it took for the skin to turn brown. So if you're timing this, 8 minutes is a pretty good mark. So it's been approximately 8 minutes. So you're going to remove your chicken thighs from the frying pan. As you can see, they're all nice and brown. You don't need to fully cook them. So it ends up being about 16 minutes total. And it all depends on how big these chicken thighs are. You might have to cook them a little bit longer. But all I really do is just fry them on the skin side. And I just flip them over on the other side. And that's it. So now that we removed the chicken thighs, as you'll see, there's a ton of grease in here. So you might want to take some out because otherwise this dish is going to be counterproductive and there's going to be extra fat in here. So you just might want to discard most of this fat and just leave enough for the following ingredients. So now that we dumped out most of the fat and we just left just enough, and turn down the heat to medium heat, and you're gonna add your onion, bell pepper, and garlic, and you're gonna saute them until they're nice and soft. So as you can see, the onions and the garlic are turning nice brown color and the veggies are turning softer. So initially you might want to stir the veggies as frequently as possible because you don't want to burn the garlic. Usually garlic is the first one to burn, so you might want to keep it stirring. And if you don't want to babysit it, just throw the garlic in last, so that way you're not burning anything and ruining this dish. So this has been about 5 minutes, and now we're going to add our red wine. So we're going to add about half a cup of red wine. I just had some leftover from the previous night, some Italian wine, but you don't have to go as fancy. You can just use something cheaper. And just let it simmer for about 5 minutes until the wine evaporates. So now that our wine is almost all evaporated, we're going to add our stock. So just use 1 can of the stock, it's about 14 ounces. Then we're going to add our 1 pound of chopped up Roma tomatoes. And I'm just going to mix this a little bit to make room for the chicken. So now we're going to add our chicken to the dish. You're going to put the chicken skin side up. As you can see, the dish is coming out nicely now, and it's almost done. So now we added the chicken to the skillet, and as you see, I tucked the chicken underneath all the veggies and spread it around evenly. And this is where I'm going to add the black olives. You can add green olives or whatever your favorite olives are, but I like these Kalamata olives to bring out a nice flavor to this dish. So it's up to you how many you want to use. I'd say I use about approximately 20 olives in here, and it's going to turn out perfect. So you might want to turn up the heat just a little bit when you add the stock and the tomatoes, just so you can bring the heat back up. So now that we added the olives to the dish and we spread them around evenly, we're going to turn down the heat to simmer, and it's going to cook for approximately 20 minutes on simmer. So just leave it alone, go do something else. Like right now I'm preparing my lunch for work, so I'm making my salad. So check out the previous videos and you'll see the salad that I made. And I'll see you guys after this 20 minutes. Alright, welcome back. So it's been about 20-25 minutes. I even got a nice 15-minute DDP yoga session in right before work. Just needed to get a nice stretch in since this is a recovery day for me. And now we're just gonna garnish this with chopped parsley. So here we go. You got the parsley on there, and this is all finished cooking. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. It took me some time to make. As you can tell, I multitask a lot, and this way you can actually live a healthy lifestyle as long as you know how to maintain that balance and multitask. And as you can see, you can cook a nice, fresh, healthy meal and still get a lot of things done in between. So please like, subscribe, and share this channel with your friends. We're trying to grow it, and we'll see you guys on the next one.